we wouldn't do it. I think it's pretty played out in the industry, but because we have so many reps that make so many calls, we can reduce their cost by helping them have these tools. So we put them in. We thought, if you're going to spend money on your business, you might as well get paid a commission back on it, right? So we put this into the rep tool. It's how we think. I always hated that when I have to use something all the time and you don't get a chance to get paid on it. We'll be doing that as we bring in the internet. We're looking for deals with satellite TV right now. We've got a couple deals out there. But we also have, in this, it might be the biggest thing we ever do. I don't know yet. It still is being ready to launch in the United States. We have something called M-Games. And M-Games is casual gaming. It's the video games that kids play. Well, now there's like a Netflix model where you, for a monthly fee, you can play all the top games for that. And let me tell you, and I know everybody in this room won't see any youngins that really play a lot of games, but when we talk about this with people, you as parents know kids that game, how would you like to get paid for your kids playing games, right? And as we do this, as this gets around, it opens up a whole nother age group of people to see Momentis. The 20-year-old, the 23-year-old, the 25-year-old that are out there that play games all the time. Now they have something to take to their friends and actually affects their life. And let me tell you, it's going to be a monster. And that one is going to be, you're going to get paid commission on it too. We'll bring that here as well. We have so many other things. Literally, the idea and where we're heading with it is that we want to own the home, which means that all those services that come into the home on a monthly basis or that people pay a monthly fee on, we want to have that. And then we want to bundle it, and we'll start the bundling process so that you will have packages to offer to people, to your customers, which takes them out of just comparing the cost of one individual item all the time. Now remember, this whole thing's driven by your personal reason why. That's what I've talked about. I heard Tim talk about it. We're going to keep talking about it. That's the most important part, because if you get a customer and you say to them, I can save you money on your casual gaming, there's no loyalty there. But if you walk up to them, grab your sister or your brother by the thing, you pull them together and say, you know, I'm going to change my life, and all I need you to do is just, instead of paying whoever it is, pay this, pay us. And you're just going to get the same thing you've already got. You'll get it probably at a discount, probably a little bit less money, but even if it's the same brother, sister, whoever it is, you're helping me, and this is my chance. And if you have fire in your eyes, if you have that commitment I'm talking about, you're going to get a customer for life. And that's what we want as a company. That's how we can pay you so much money to do it. And believe me, if you guys know anything about me, everything I want to do is to create momentum. So as we launch and the things that we do, we've got things in store that we're going to start adding and start doing that are beyond what you're thinking right now. Because we want people to feel excited. We want you to know. But here's your biggest opportunity of all, is that nobody's gotten paid yet. Some of you are going to have huge checks come the end of August. I mean, talking about the kind of checks that will create its own story, right? Everyone in here has the chance to create that right now. All of you have a chance to go out and create a story. And this is the last part of what I'm going to tell you. This whole thing's about telling stories. When people ask me, what do you do for a living? I tell them I'm a storyteller. Isn't that stupid? If someone in the air, you would think I would say I'm CEO or president. I tell them a story. I'm a storyteller. What do you mean you're a storyteller? I tell stories for a living. What story do you tell? You want to hear my story? Do I have to pay you? No, the company pays me to tell my story. What kind of story is it? That's what I need to hear. It takes about 10 minutes to do it. What's it about? About 10 minutes. Let me tell my story. We're writing the momentous story. Your chapter in this book is still to be written. What do you want it to be? What do you want it to say? Joined and quit within days. I didn't actually quit. I just faded away. I just never did anything because I was busy. Because after I joined, I went on holiday and I sprained my ankle and I come back and my boss was a jerk. My wife didn't want me leaving the house at night, not being around the kids, and my husband, kept stopping me from leaving, thinking I was cheating on him. I've heard it all. I mean, I've heard it all. I told you I heard it all. Here's the reality. That you and your family need to decide this is your mission. That you want to be the kind of family that can give. You want to be the kind of family that people look at and go, look at them. Totally rock solid. The kind of family where you got money in the bank. That if tomorrow the economy crashed again, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Just for one moment, I want you guys, just please, I know this is hard for a lot of you because you're skeptical and maybe you've been through other companies before you have any money. Just imagine that it's payday at Momentis, which is Fridays, by the way. And when you woke up this morning, You checked your bank account, and 20,000 pounds was put into that account. Some of our, I know some of you get excited, but some of our top earners would be devastated. I would get calls all day long about it. Matter of fact, most of our top earners don't go to bed until the deposit's in, and they have to look Thursday night, Friday morning, at 2 in the morning, and I get texts like, can you believe this? I was about it. But imagine you got 20,000 pounds put in there. And then you live your life this week like you're going to do anyway, and then next Friday, it's 23,000 pounds. And then the Friday after that, it's 30,000 pounds. And then we announce that we're bringing in another service, and it really goes nuts. And before you know it, you have more money every single week than you spend in a month. So now you're saving money. And now you're looking at different cars. Now you just don't look at those nice cars and go, man, if I had that car. Now you're thinking, where can I go buy that car? I'm going to get that car. You don't just walk through Harris like we did the other day where everybody walks through like this because they don't want to knock anything over or break or anything because they don't want to buy it. I noticed everybody's walking through like this, real gingerly, like, and people don't want to even really stop and look at those expensive. We were eating lunch in there, right, which is like a college education cost, and we're eating lunch, and I'm looking at the guy sitting next to me. He got a couple $100,000 watch on, right, and he's sitting there, and I'm thinking, okay, that's not an average guy, right? But the average person in Momentis can change their life and be just like that financially. Here's the great part. That those values that we're talking about that are only ingrained when you have hard times, when you've come from a different position where you believe everybody should be given the right to have an equal opportunity, when you actually know what it's like when you need help and somebody gives it to you, the impact that has on your life, now you're going to be the one that can do it. People like us should be wealthy. It can change the world. But here's the key. Before you can do that and help anybody else, you got to help yourself. You got to help you. You got to make sure you can pay your bills. You got to make sure that you get some money saved up. You got to make sure that you are doing the right things in this company. I'm not asking you to believe in us. I'm not asking you to commit to us. I'm asking you to commit to you. And then over the next few months, the next year, the next 2 years together, then you can get your Momentis tattoo. Which is what it takes to be a TPC. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But then you're going to understand how much this company loves you and honors you. You're going to understand that you've never been alone. That this journey that you're taking with us it's so important to us as well as you. That we never want you thinking that you care more than we care. The most frustrating part about this is when we care more than the rep cares. I have made a commitment. I'll make it to you guys right now. Every time I've spoken, I tell people, you are the most important person in Momentis. You and your family are why we built the company. You're the ones that matter the most. The company doesn't matter the most. You are the company. Without you, the company doesn't exist. We'll honor that. We'll show you in every way we can that that's what we mean, and that's what when we're saying it, we're just walking the walk, not just talking the talk. But that takes time to build up. In the meantime, as we build that trust together and that commitment, do what it takes to position your family. What if what I'm saying up here I actually mean? What if this thing works over the next 6 months and a year? What if you do this business and it's the one? This is the one for you. That you fight through all the times when you can quit, and you have your legitimate reasons too, and you just keep going until you get it done. This is the one. This is what we created Momentis for exactly this moment. But you got to go to work now. This is what we have to do. There are great leaders in this room to watch. There are people that have done it before at other companies. There are people that are just seeing network marketing the first time. I don't care. This is an open playing field. If you want to be a leader, claim it. Get the job done. Help as many people as you possibly can. Lose yourself in other people, and their success and your success will happen. And before I get done, and this usually doesn't go over well, but it's in some places, other places it does. I really don't care. I don't know the reason. This isn't Momentis. It's not being the CEO or president. This is just me as Andy McWilliams. And that is, every time I get in front of a group of people, I like to tell people that I'm blessed. I feel blessed. I am so grateful to my Lord that I pray to every day to help me physically. Some of you are clapping. Some of you hate me right now. But it doesn't matter because I literally just don't want to meet my maker someday. And he's going to look at me and go, hey, I put you out by Heathrow. You had 500 people in the room. You didn't mention me? The things that matter most to me have nothing to do with finances. Literally zero to do with finances. One of the most precious things in the world to me is my daughter in the back. You know, you want to get me crying, get me going, let me talk about my kids or my wife that even during the hardest times never even blinked, never cared. I watched so many of our family and friends break up, families be torn apart because of finances, that I made it a mission of my life. And one of the reasons why I'm here, and the reason why I'm not going anywhere is because I want to help people that want to help themselves. And so I pray for that every single day, day and night on it. And that takes, and what I believe in my heart is that for this company to make it, it takes honesty. It means that you don't have to exaggerate what you're making, who you are, where you are. We'll take you just as you are. We don't want people lying about what they make on checks. We don't want people projecting incomes to people to try to get them started. You find people that are hungry, people that will take us for what we really are. Those are the people you build with. That it makes it a much lighter and easier business to build with if you're not doing it with any kind of deceit. The next thing is that, you know, there has to be a humility. There has to be that we are willing to serve and help other people. And that starts with me. I feel like as president and CEO means I have to serve the most. And that's why I try to use every day as much as I can. But we have a great and incredible, the most amazing people that I've ever seen have been drawn to this business, just like I see in this room right now. But we have got to get the job done in order to make the impact that I think this company is destined to be. So it starts now. It's exciting that it does start. There are going to be a lot of moments where you're wondering, you're going to need prayer too to help you get through. We want everybody, no matter what your religion is, no matter what your race is, no matter what your gender is, it doesn't matter to us. A company and the computer just recognizes your production, doesn't recognize your personality. But it does take production. And so if you want to know where I am, if you're looking for me, just look out for me. Because I won't ask you to do anything I'm not willing to do myself. And whether that's train or gather customers, help sponsor representatives, there's nothing that I won't do to help you guys. So please, make sure that we don't care more than you do about your business and getting right financially. And over the next few months, as we earn each other's trust and you know that we are sincere in what we say, I look forward to watching your businesses explode. I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Enjoy your Olympics, and God bless you guys. Thanks for having me.